Jacob, also called Israel, lived in the land of Canaan. He loved his son Joseph more than all his other sons, because Joseph was the son of his old age. He made Joseph a coat of many colors. But Joseph's brothers saw their father's favoritism, and they hated him. Then Joseph had dreams. In my dream, we were binding sheaves in the field, and my sheaf stood upright while yours bowed down to mine. I dreamed again. The sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed down to me. His brothers envied him. Even Jacob rebuked him, but kept the saying in mind. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers in Shechem. When they saw him coming, they conspired. Here comes the dreamer. Let's kill him and see what becomes of his dreams. Reuben intervened. Shed no blood. Throw him into a pit. So they stripped Joseph of his robe and threw him into an empty pit. Then they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites heading to Egypt. Judah suggested, let's sell him. He is our brother. They sold Joseph for 20 pieces of silver. The brothers dipped his robe in goat's blood and brought it to their father. Jacob wept bitterly, thinking Joseph was dead. Joseph was taken to Egypt and sold to Potiphar, captain of Pharaoh's guard. But the Lord was with Joseph, and he prospered. Potiphar saw that the Lord made everything Joseph touched succeed, so he made him overseer of his entire household. Joseph was handsome, and Potiphar's wife cast longing eyes on him. Lie with me, she said. But Joseph refused. How can I do this great evil and sin against God? Day after day she tempted him. One day she grabbed his cloak, and he fled, leaving it behind. She screamed and falsely accused him. He tried to violate me. Potiphar was enraged and had Joseph thrown into prison, but the Lord was still with him. Even in prison, Joseph found favor, and the keeper of the prison made him in charge of all the prisoners. Pharaoh's chief cupbearer and chief baker were thrown into the same prison. Each had a dream. The cupbearer dreamed of a vine with 3 branches that blossomed and produced grapes, which he gave to Pharaoh. Joseph said, in 3 days, Pharaoh will restore you to your position. The baker's dream was of baskets of bread on his head, which birds were eating. Joseph said, in 3 days, Pharaoh will hang you. All came to pass. Joseph pleaded with the cupbearer, remember me when it is well with you. But the cupbearer forgot. 2 years later, Pharaoh dreamed. 7 fat cows came out of the Nile, followed by 7 thin cows that devoured them. Then he dreamed of 7 plump ears of grain, swallowed by 7 thin ears. No one could interpret the dreams until the cupbearer remembered Joseph. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh. He said, it is not in me, but God will give Pharaoh a favorable answer. Joseph explained, the dreams are one. God is showing what he is about to do, 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Let Pharaoh appoint a wise man to store up food during the good years. Pharaoh declared, can we find such a one as this, a man in whom is the Spirit of God? Joseph was appointed second in command over all Egypt. When famine spread across the land, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt to buy grain, but did not recognize him. Joseph tested them. He accused them of being spies, imprisoned Simeon, and demanded they return with Benjamin. Eventually, they brought Benjamin, and Joseph saw his brother for the first time in years. Overwhelmed with emotion, he wept in secret. Finally, unable to restrain himself, I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. Do not be grieved, for God sent me ahead to preserve life. They were speechless, but Joseph embraced them all and forgave them. Joseph sent for his father. Jacob journeyed to Egypt with his family, 70 souls in all. When Joseph met Jacob, he fell on his neck and wept for a long time. Jacob said, now let me die, since I have seen your face and know you are alive. Joseph arranged for them to live in Goshen, and he provided for them during the famine. Before his death, Jacob blessed Joseph's sons Ephraim and Manasseh and spoke words over all his sons. Then Jacob died, and Joseph mourned him deeply. Later, when Joseph's brothers feared he would seek revenge, he reassured them, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to save many people alive." Joseph lived to see 3 generations and died in Egypt, leaving instructions. "God will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones from here." And so ends the story of Joseph betrayed, imprisoned, but never forgotten. God's purpose followed him through every valley and lifted him to the heights of a kingdom. What you meant for evil, God meant for good.